Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, engineers and future engineers.
The Institute of Electronics Engineers of the Philippines, La Union, Pangasinan Student Chapter presents the second IECEP Lupang Quiz Show and Student Summit.
To start the program, may we ask everyone to rise for our invocation to be followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain. Lead me, Lord. Lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord.
You may now be seated. To welcome us in this fine morning is the Vice President for Academic Affairs of Urdaneta City University, Dr. Josephine S. Lambinicio. A round of applause, please.
Okay. To our ever-supportive University President, Dr. Elizabeth A. Montero. So without her approval, of course, our activity will not pursue. Of course, our CHED supervisor, Engineer Angelica Dolores, the Vice Governor of IECEP. We have also Engineer Merly Venluan, the Governor of IECEP, Lupang Chapter, Engineer Woody Irama, the Dean of the College of Engineering and Architecture, our faculty members, our guests, of course, the participants. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. So Urdaneta City University is very happy in selecting our institution as your venue for this activity. Of course, your precious time serves to remind us and allow all of us how important our partnership is. So in all activities, we need to collaborate. Without cooperation, unity, of course, we will not achieve our goal. The Second Institute of Electronics Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, La Union Pangasinan Student Chapter, attracts diverse group of students that allows learning with excitement, dedication, and a sense of fun. Likewise, it serves as an avenue for our future engineers to explore and enhance their abilities, and it will equip them to become better managers and leaders in the next generation, be critical thinkers and innovators in our society. Also, it gives the student opportunities to share their talents and their experiences with the larger school community and to expose themselves to other students. May I share with you a quote by Mark Victor Hansen. Don't wait until everything is just right. It will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and less than perfect conditions. So what? Get started now. With each step you take, you will grow stronger and stronger, more and more skilled, more and more self-confidence, and more success in life. So with this, prepare yourself to be challenged, inspire, and learn. Good luck and God bless. Welcome again to Urdaneta City University.
Thank you, Dr. Lambinicio, for those warm greetings. For our opening remarks, may we have the Vice Governor for Education of the IECEP Lupang Chapter, none other than Engineer Angelica Q. Dolores. Let's give her a big hand.
Nakasira na ako ng microphone stand. Charge IECEP, Lupang Chapter. My colleagues in the electronics engineering profession, fellow electronics engineers, friends from the National Telecommunication Commission, headed of course by our IECEP Lupang Governor, Engineer Merly Padua Vinluan, my classmate in college, Engineer Jane Atihera, Engineer Kevin, the very young, the youngest of the group. Engineer Perry from NTC also. Members of the Board of Judges, parang ako yung kinakabahan, ano? Okay na yun, ako yung kinakabahan kaysa naman kayo. So the Board of Judges will be formally introduced later. But just their names, we have Engineer Nathaniel Campos, sir. Engineer Fred Kakam Jr. and Engineer Ronald Ison. The administrators of Urdaneta City University, headed of course by Dr. Josephine Lambenicio and Engineer Realin Valenzuela. Napagpapalit ko yung Valenzuela and Villanueva. Other members of the Urdaneta City University, friends, ladies and gentlemen, my dear future electronics engineers, good morning. Before I would formally deliver the opening remarks, may I take this opportunity to thank the administrators of Urdaneta City University for allowing us to conduct our activity here at their audiovisual center. You call this a center, ma'am. Thank you so much. Indeed, we are really grateful to you for allowing us to make use of this space for free. Thank you. Maraming salamat. Pakirelay na lang po kay President Elizabeth Montero. Thank you, ma'am. Likewise, I'd like to commend our student chapter officers for working so hard to make the event possible. May I see them around? Saan sila? Please. Tayo. Saan yung mga student chapter officers? Nawawala na. Kasalukuyan pang nagtratrabaho. Headed of course by the student chapter president, Kingson Victorio, who is on top of all the preparations. As early as June, nangungulit na yan sa amin ni na Engineer Merly. No? So planning started early June, and then July, nag-conduct na sila ng mga meetings to finalize the date and the venue. So, up to, ewan ko, ang tanong ko sa kanila kanina, pagdating nakatulog na ba kayo? Hindi pa raw. At marami pa silang gagawin. So, let us give them a big hand. Okay? Of course, I'd like to thank our colleagues from the NTC. They took charge in the preparation of the questions for the quiz. Thank you. Sir Kevin and Sir Perry. Of course, with the supervision of Engineer Merly and Engineer Jane. Thank you. And last but not the least, umpisa pa lang, nagte-thank you na ako, no? Thank you so much for your participations, no? It took time for us to get your confirmations, yung mga from the schools. May I see the Colegio de Dagupan students? Please stand. Let us give them a round of applause. Colegio de Dagupan. Okay. No coach with you or no faculty with you? Andun si Sir Rod. And, who's the other one? Okay, welcome. Di kita napansin dyan, Sir Rod. And then, next, Lyceum Northwestern University. Ayan, madami rin sila. Is Engineer Ben there? Ah, sir. Thank you for coming. From the Philippine College of Science and Technology. Okay. Engineer Tere is with you? Wala? On your own lang? Ah, sir. Welcome. Next, from Pangasinan, Pan Pacific University, Northern Philippines. PUNP. Ayan. Engineer Brian is with you? Wala pa? O na-traffic? Sabihin nyo, ma-fine siya later. Treat niya kayo. From the University of Luzon. Welcome. Sinong coach? Oh, welcome, sir. Next, University of Pangasinan. Okay, headed of course by Engineer Lindon. Aba, may palakpak pang special, sir, ah. Parang bigayan yata ng grades ngayon. Urdaneta City University. Okay. Of course, the coach here is Engineer Rhea. And the last but not the least, in alphabetical order yung pagtawag ko, ha? Virgen Milagrosa University Foundation. Okay. So, sinong kasama nyo? Okay, sir. Welcome po. Mga very young engineers. So, are you ready? Students, are you ready? Parang may na yung yes. Nahawa na ba sa sa tension? Once more, my dear students, I always ask this question every time I try to address a group of students. Now, the first thing I ask them at the start of the talk is, how are you? Nako, hindi ko yata I think I asked the same question last year. Better than yesterday. Kaya lang si sir naman yung sumagot eh. Aba, may re-echo. May echo. Once more. How are you? Nako, meron silang bagong hashtag. Better than yesterday. Hashtag better than yesterday. Okay, let's keep this in mind. Every time they would ask you, how are you? You would answer, great. Okay, let's do it again. How are you? Once more. How are you? Great. Okay, that's the first C I want you to have and develop as you go through your journey towards your dream of becoming an electronics engineer. That is, the first C is confidence. No? Pag sumagot, dapat meron namang confidence. So that's the first C. Now, for today's activity, we would go through the other C's. So that's the first C, that's one, and three more. The second C would be competency. Okay? So as we go through the quiz, our competence would be tested. No? At the same time, it would be enhanced. Next, what's the next C? What's the third C? Any idea? The third C, of course, you would be listening to the answers to the questions, diba? And the solutions to the questions. or the problems. And then later in the afternoon, we would be having our speaker. So he will be talking on digital broadcasting, I think, no? So the third C that you would be acquiring would be, what is it? Concepts. Okay, so that's the third C. And the fourth, what would be the fourth C? Inasmuch as you are members of the IECEP Lupang student chapter, we get to socialize, we get to meet other fellow ECE students, and so we get connected. So that's the fourth C, connection. Okay? So what's the first C? Confidence. Second, competency. Third, concepts. And the fourth one, connections. Okay? So as you go through your journey, wag na si Pokemon ang hanapin. Please. No? Go for the 4 C's. With that, I wish you a fruitful C ahead of us. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Engineer Dolores, for your opening statements. We will now proceed to the presentation of teams for the quiz show. As we call your school and its members and coaches, may you proceed to your respective tables. So in our first table, we have the Philippine College of Science and Technology. Its members is Ms. Robelyn J. Kayabyab. Please proceed to our first table. Where is she? Okay. Next, we have Ms. Viverlyn Garcia. Next is Mr. Rodolfo Castro Jr. And next, we have Mr. Richard Dale Talino. Next up, we have Mr. Rafael Ferrer. And last of its members is Mr. J. Joshua Pidlawan. Their coach is Engineer Ricky S. Valenzuela. So please, Phil CST, proceed to our first table. Bilis, bilis, bilis. Yan. Another round of applause for Phil CST.
From the second table, we have Lyceum Northwestern University. And its members are Mr. Justoni Cañedo, Mr. Edward Christian Louis Karamat, Aljim Carcilar, Gerald Guban, Mark Jason Pasawa, Errol Sandoval, and their coaches are Engineer Benjamin Enso and Engineer Jackie Lou D. Desena. Please proceed to your table now.
Next up, we have for our third table, we have the Pan-Pacific University North Philippines. Their members is Mr. Jomar Cañedo. We have also Mr. Alvin Castro. We have Mr. Christian Venjola. Next up, we have Mr. RJ Maverick Rodriguez. Next up, we have Marvin Quisay. Next, and lastly, of its members, we have Miss Maricel Duterte. So please, Pan Pacific University in our Philippines, proceed to your table, the third table. And also their coach is Engineer Brian Quero, sorry.
On the fourth table, we have the University of Pangasinan, and their members are Mr. Jason Vinluan, Amos Jaime, Mr. Martin Alberet Manawis, Russian Paul Fabia, Nelson Landingin, Dillard McDevick Rosario, and their coaches are Engineer Lyndon G. Padama and Engineer Marco Ermol P. Bagasbas. Please proceed to your respective table.
Next up, we have Urdaneta City University. Their members, first up, we have Mr. Ramesses Ramos. Next up, we have Barbara Ramirez. Next up, we have Mel Joshua Rebudan, Christine May Ann Ronatay, Jasmine Miguel, and last of its members is Rudilin Camille A. Dualan. Then their coach, Engineer Ramin Gonzalez III. So please, UCU, proceed to your respective table, table number 5. UCU. Okay.
On the sixth table, we have Colegio de Dagupan, and its members are Daryl Adaban, Ronnie G. Alfonso, Kevin Galario, Lyndon James Gomez, Mariela Gracias, and Reginald Lavarias Payawan. And their coaches are Engineer Roderick J. Cabana and Engineer Marvin B. Colombino. Please proceed to your respective table.
In table number 7, we have University of Luzon. Its members comprises of Mr. Richard Ballesteros, Charles Justin Macaso, April Pearl Quinto, Hazel May Dizon, Brandel Art Dizon, Shaya Elaine Salinas, and their coach, Engineer Bernard S. Bautista. So, UL, please proceed to the 7th table.
Last but not the least, on the 8th table, we have Virgen Milagrosa University Foundation. And its members are Rosalie Jane Makaspak, Angelica Toquero, Cinderella Rosario, Louis Austria Jr., Joni Parnell, and Nika Aquino. And their coaches are Engineer Joseph Estrada II and Engineer Humberto Lopez.
Okay, so VMUF, please proceed to our last table. VMUF. Okay. And those are the teams for our quiz show. We will now present to you our Board of Judges.
Our first member of the Board of Judges graduated at St. Louis University, Baguio City with a course of BSECE and Master of Management Engineering at Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University. He is currently writing his dissertation for his Doctor in Philosophy in Math Education at DMMMSU. He is an assistant professor handling math and ECE subjects at DMMMSU. Put your hands together for Engineer Ronald R. Aison.
Okay, sir, please proceed to the stage. Our second member also graduated at SLU Baguio City with a course of BSECE. He is currently writing his thesis for his Master of Management Engineering degree at DMMSU. And he is an instructor handling math and ECE subjects also in DMMSU. Let's give a big hand for Engineer Federico F. Kakam, Jr.
Lastly, our chairman of the Board of Judges graduated with the course of BSECE and Master of Engineering major in ECE at SLU Baguio City. He is the Dean of the College of Engineering at Central Ilocanda College of Science and Technology. A warm of applause for Engineer Nathaniel Campos.
Those are the Board of Judges, and we will now present to you the Quiz Master who will take over the quiz proper. Our Quiz Master is a quizzer himself during his college days. In fact, he has competed in the national competition representing the Ilocos chapter. He graduated as cum laude at DMSU Batac City, Ilocos Norte in 2014 with a bachelor's degree in ECE. He is presently employed at the National Telecom Communication Region 1 office in San Fernando City, La Union as Engineer 1. And he is the newly appointed Secretary General of IECEP Lupang chapter. Another warm applause for Engineer Kevin S. Guzman.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Before we start, I will read to you the rules and regulations for this quiz show. First, eligibility of participants. Only schools with IECEP recognized student chapters duly endorsed by nearest local or regional chapters are allowed to join the interscholastic quiz show. Only one team is allowed to represent a school, college, or university. The members of the team shall be bona fide IECEP members in good standing. A team shall be composed of 6 members. However, only 3 members shall participate in any round during the interscholastic quiz show. Substitutions are allowed after each round. Each member of the team, first, should be enrolled in BSEC program and registered IECEP student member in the school, college, or university being represented, and each member shall not have completed or graduated in any degree program. So the scope of the quiz show will be flashed on the screen later on. So let's proceed to the next manner of answering. First, each team will be provided with answer sheets and papers that will be used for their computations. The final answers should be written on the official answer sheet and should be enclosed by a circle or rectangle. If there are 2 answers separated by or, the first answer shall be considered the final answer. Answers that are not enclosed by a circle or rectangle will not be considered. In case the contestants need to change their answers, they shall cross out the previous answers and rewrite the final answers clearly enclosed by a circle or rectangle. Watchers will be assigned to ensure that no alterations are made on the official answer sheets at the end of the designated time limit. So each question will be read twice. The time limit shall start upon cue by the quizmaster after the question has been read twice. At the end of the time limit, one member of the team stands holding their answer sheet with a raised arm. So I will announce the correct answer and will then ask the teams with the correct answer to remain standing while the rest of the teams should sit, meaning they have incorrectly answered the question. Watchers will then get the correct answer sheets and submit them who shall read out the answers while projecting on the screen. So wrong spelling in the written answers will constitute a wrong answer. In case of mathematical answers, a wrong unit will make the answer wrong. Mathematical questions with numerical answers will specify the required degree of accuracy or number of decimal places, up to 2 decimal places, and failure to comply with the same will automatically render the answers unacceptable. No deductions will be made for wrong answers or non-answering of questions. No other materials such as reference books, notebooks will be allowed during the contest. A maximum of 3 non-programmable calculators will be allowed for each team. In case of ties, either an objective type or problem-solving question will be raised until the tie is broken. For clarifications, only the official participating members of each team actually on stage may raise questions or clarifications on the answers already given. Clarifications regarding the questions and answers should be directed to the panel of judges only after the allotted time for the given questions. So as per the rules of the National Interscholastic Quiz Show, the top winning schools will move to the annual Electronics Engineering Interscholastic Quiz Show. A ratio of 1:5 will determine the number of schools that will qualify for the finals. Any excess of 3 shall constitute to 1 slot. So after the quiz show, the top 3 teams will be awarded. However, only the top 2 teams will represent the student chapter or the Lupang student chapter to the annual Electronics Engineering Interscholastic Quiz Show, which will be held on October 26, 2016 at the Philippine Trade Training Center, PTTC building in Pasay City. So that was the rules and regulations for the quiz show. So are you ready for the quiz proper? Shall we proceed to the quiz proper? Watchers, please proceed to your... Yes, sir. The official answer sheet will be the whiteboard. The papers shall be used as scratch papers. So, are we all set? Watchers, okay na ba? Yung mga ano? Konti pa. Ayos na? Okay. So, before we proceed, I will just clarify the scope of the quiz show and distribution of questionnaires. So, there will be 4 subjects: mathematics, general engineering and applied science, electronics engineering, and electronic system and technologies. So, there will be 3 rounds: the easy round, moderate, and difficult round. So, for each round, 2 questions shall be picked from the different subjects. So, a total of 8 questions for every round. So, there will be a total of 12 objective types, 16 objective type questions, 4 from each subject, and a total of 8 problem-solving questions, 2 from each subject. So, each objective type question will be worth 5 points and will be answered within a maximum of 10 seconds. Each problem-solving question will be worth 15 points and will be answered within a maximum of 3 minutes. So, let's start. First question, mathematics, objective type worth 5 points in 10 seconds. The blank of a number is the negative of the logarithm of a number. The blank of a number is the negative of the logarithm of the number. Go. Time is up. So, all answers, raise your answers now. All answer sheets should be raised, and then I will give the answer. All the wrong answers will be raised down. So the answer is co-logarithm. So the schools who got the correct answer are Lyceum Northwestern University, Urdaneta City University, Colegio de Dagupan, and FINMA University of Pangasinan. The schools who got the correct answers are the last one, FINMA University of Pangasinan. Phil CST did not get the correct answer. Okay. Just to ano lang, that question was raised last year. So the same first question last year. So, congratulations sa mga nakakuha. Na-retain pa yung question last year. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. EST problem solving worth 15 points. A broadcast radio transmitter radiates 10 kilowatts when the modulation percentage is 60. How much of this is carrier power? A broadcast radio transmitter radiates 10 kilowatts when the modulation percentage is 60. How much of this is carrier power? Go. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Time's up. Answer's up. The correct answer? 8.47 kilowatts. So the schools who got the answer correctly are PhilCST, LNU, PUNP, Lupang, CDD. So just a reminder lang, after that time, so automatically paki-raise na lang po yung ating mga answer sheets. Okay, third question. JAS objective type worth 5 points. What law describes the linear relationship between stress and strain within the elastic region wherein an increase in stress causes a proportionate increase in strain? Your answer must be in possessive form. What law describes the linear relationship between stress and strain within the elastic region wherein an increase in stress causes a proportionate increase in strain? Your answer must be in possessive form. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is Hooke's law or Hooke's. So, the schools who got the answer correctly are PhilCST, LNU, Lupang, and CDD. Wow. Question number 4. Electronics engineering, 5 points, objective type. It is called the opposition to the flow of flux in a magnetic circuit. It is called the opposition to the flow of flux in a magnetic circuit. 10 seconds, go. Wait, time's up. Please raise your answers. Even if you did not answer, so just raise your answer sheets. So the correct answer is reluctance. The schools who got it correctly, PhilCST, Lupang, UCU, and CDD. I'm sorry, CDD. Sorry. As requested po, only one paper shall be used for every problem-solving question. Iko-collect yata nila. So, fifth question, mathematics. Problem solving in 3 minutes. A plane is flying non-stop from Atlanta to Portland, a distance of about 2,700 miles. After 1.5 hours in the air, the plane flies over Kansas City, a distance of 820 miles from Atlanta. Estimate the time it will take the plane to fly from Atlanta to Portland. A plane is flying non-stop from Atlanta to Portland, a distance of about 2,700 miles. After 1.5 hours in the air, the plane flies over Kansas City, a distance of 820 miles from Atlanta. Estimate the time it will take the plane to fly from Atlanta to Portland. 3 minutes, go. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Okay, time is up. So, pwede raw po ipakita rin natin yung answers natin mamaya sa audience. So, the correct answer is 4.94 hours or 4 hours and 56 minutes. Pwedeng ibaliktad rin daw po natin yung sagot para makita nung ano. So, the schools who got the answer correctly are Phil CST, CDD, and VMUF. Question number 6. EST objective type worth 5 points. What is the characteristic impedance of free space? What is the characteristic impedance of free space? 10 seconds. Time's up. So please raise your answers. The correct answer is 377 ohms. Okay, baliktad lang daw. Pakita natin yung mga sagot natin sa audience. So the schools who got the answer correctly are LNU, CDD, UL, UL. Sir, yung may question yata yung ano, Lupang. Lupang got it correctly. So, just a reminder lang, kung may mga clarifications tayo, erase natin agad-agad. So, question number 7. JS objective type 5 points. What do you call the cost that does not involve cash transaction? A. Sunk cost. B. Non-cash cost. C. Book cost. D. Standard cost. What do you call the cost that does not involve cash transaction? A. Sunk cost. B. Non-cash cost. C. Book cost. Or D. Standard cost. Go. Time is up. Answers, please. The correct answer is C. Book cost. So, only VMUF got it correctly. And for our final question for the easy round, objective type electronics engineering worth 5 points. It is the number of electrons in the outermost shell of an atom of an element. It is the number of electrons in the outermost shell of an atom of an element. Go. Time is up. Answers, please. The correct answer is valence number. No one got it correctly. So, that ends easy round. So, recap lang tayo sa scores. PhilCST 40, LNU 30, PUNP 15, Lupang 35, UCU 10, CDD 50, UL 5, VMUF 20. So, before we proceed to the next round, substitutions are allowed. Okay, so just to clarify, sino ba yung may mga kulang na scratch paper? Yung konti lang yung naibigay? Pwede niyong gamitin yan. Lahat kayo pwedeng gumamit yan sa scratch paper. So, yun. Lahat kayo pwedeng gumamit sa scratch paper kahit isa-isa or dalawa, ganyan. Problem solving or, problem. So, okay. Kung kulang yung mga scratch papers na naibigay, pwede niyong i-call yung attention ng mga watchers at humingi sa kanila. Okay, so are we ready for the next round? Yes. Okay, so tayo lang natin yung isa. Okay, so let's start the moderate round. First question, EST objective type worth 5 points. An antenna made up of a driven element and one or more parasitic elements is generally referred to as a blank. An antenna made up of a driven element and one or more parasitic elements is generally referred to as a blank. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Answers, please. The correct answer is Yagi. Nobody get the correct answer?
According to the panel of judges, is that Yagi Uda antenna is a separate type of antenna that is a combination of Yagi and another type of antenna, yung Uda. So, only Yagi.
So no one got the question correctly.
Okay, so since the CDD team has showed a reference wherein the Yagi antenna is also known as the Yagi-Uda array, so their answer as the Yagi-Uda antenna can be accepted.
So, only CDD get the correct answer. Question number 2. Mathematics subjective type worth 5 points. A blank is a polyhedron of which two faces are equal polygons in parallel planes and the other faces are parallelogram. A blank is a polyhedron of which two faces are equal polygons in parallel planes and the other faces are parallelogram. Go. Time's up. Answers, please. The correct answer is prism. The schools who got the answer correctly are LNU and CDD. Question number 3, electronics engineering, problem solving worth 15 points. Given a fixed bias configuration having a VCC equal to positive 12 volts with an RB and RC of 240 kiloohms and 2.2 kiloohms respectively, find IBQ. Given a fixed bias configuration having a VCC equal to positive 12 volts with an RB and RC of 240 kiloohms and 2.2 kiloohms respectively, find IBQ. Go. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. Time's up. Answers, please. The correct answer is 47.08 microamperes. So, the schools who got it correctly are PhilCST, LNU, Lupang, and CDD. Fourth question, JS objective type, worth 5 points. It occurs when a member carries a load perpendicular to its long axis while being supported in a stable manner. A. Direct shear. B. Bending stress. C. Torsional shear. Or D. Torsional stress. It occurs when a member carries a load perpendicular to its long axis while being supported in a stable manner. A. Direct shear. B. Bending stress. C. Torsional shear. Or D. Torsional stress. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Answers. The correct answer is B. Bending stress. So the schools who got it correctly are PhilCST, Lupang, UCU, UL, and VMUF. Question number 5, problem solving EST worth 15 points. Four resistors are connected in series and operating at 10 kHz bandwidth and 27 degrees Celsius temperature. If the values of the resistors are 2.5 kiloohms, 10 kiloohms, 5 kiloohms, and 15 kiloohms, calculate the noise power produced by the resistor combination expressed in dBm. Four resistors are connected in series and operating at 10 kHz bandwidth and 27 degrees Celsius temperature. If the values of the resistors are 2.5 kiloohms, 10 kiloohms, 5 kiloohms, and 15 kiloohms, calculate the total noise power produced by the resistor combination expressed in dBm. 3 minutes, go. Two minutes. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Time's up. Raise your answers. The correct answer is negative 133.83 dBm. So, only Lupang got it correctly. Question number 6. Mathematics, objective type, worth 5 points. Consider the series S of n is equal to 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 plus minus ... If n is even, the sum is 0, and if n is odd, the sum is 1. What do you call this kind of infinite series? Consider the series S of n is equal to 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 and so on. If n is even, the sum is 0, and if n is odd, the sum is 1. What do you call this kind of infinite series? Go. Time's up. So, raise your answers. The correct answer is oscillating series. Lupang got it correctly. Question number 7. Electronics engineering objective type, worth 5 points. Refer to the figure. Assume logic 1 is equal to 5 volts, logic 0 is equal to 0 volts. The circuit can function as blank gate. Refer to the figure. Assume logic 1 is equal to 5 volts, logic 0 equals 0 volt. The circuit can function as blank gate. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Raise your answers. Correct answer, AND gate. So the schools who got the answer correctly are PUNP, Lupang, CDD, and VMUF. For our final question for the moderate round, problem solving, JS. A typical bowling ball has a mass of 7 kilograms and a radius of 12 centimeters. Determine the magnitude of the angular momentum of the bowling ball spinning at 10 revolutions per second. Express your answer in SI unit. A typical bowling ball has a mass of 7 kilograms and a radius of 12 centimeters. Determine the magnitude of the angular momentum of the bowling ball spinning at 10 revolutions per second. Express your answer in SI unit. 3 minutes, go. Two minutes. One minute. Ten seconds. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is 2.53 kilogram meter square per second. So nobody got the answer correctly. So that ends the moderate round. So let's have a recap of the scores for this round. Phil CST 20, LNU 20, PUNP 5, Lupang 45, UCU 5, CDD 30, UL 5, and VMUF 10. So a short break and then you can substitute your members. So the quizzers can go to the lobby for their short snack. Quizzers and coaches, may snacks po tayo sa may lobby. You can take your snacks before we proceed to the final round. Quizzers and coaches, you may take your snacks at the lobby. So the difficult round will start at 11:40.
Check. Sound. Announcement lang po. Pati din po yung mga watchers, pwede pa kayong makukuha ng snacks sa lobby. Pati din po ang mga watchers, pwede po kayong makakuha ng snacks sa lobby. Watchers and officers of Lupang, pwede po kayong makakuha ng snacks ninyo sa lobby. Watchers and officers ng Lupang, pwede po kayong makakuha ng snacks sa lobby. Paalala lang po, lahat po ng quizzers, watchers, Lupang officers, pwede po kayong makakuha ng snacks sa lobby.
Okay. Quizzers, please resume your posts. We shall start the final round. Okay. So, UCU, UL, please. Okay, ready na ba guys? The final round, the difficult round. So, ma-defend kaya ng PhilCST and Lupang ang kanilang mga spots for the nationals? So, tingnan natin for this round. So, okay na? UL. So, let's start the difficult round. Question number 1, EST objective type worth 5 points. It is a simple means of error detection. It involves the addition of one extra bit to the bits that encode a character. It is a simple means of error detection. It involves the addition of one extra bit to the bits that encode a character. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is parity. So the schools who got it correctly are PhilCST, Lupang, UCU, and CDD. Question number 2. Problem solving for JS. The engineering department of a broadcasting network expects the cost of maintenance for a high-power transmitter to be 235,000 pesos in year 1, to be 258,500 pesos in year 2, and to increase annually by 23,500 pesos through year 10. At an interest rate of 10% per year, determine the present worth of 10 years of maintenance costs. The engineering department of a broadcasting network expects the cost of maintenance for a high-power transmitter to be 235,000 pesos in year 1, to be 258,500 pesos in year 2, and to increase annually by 23,500 pesos through year 10. At an interest rate of 10% per year, determine the present worth of 10 years of maintenance costs. 3 minutes, go. 2 minutes. One minute. Ten seconds. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is 1,981,919 pesos and 81 centavos. So nobody got the answer correctly. Question number 3. Electronics engineering, objective type, worth 5 points. The specified value of holding current for an SCR or a silicon-controlled rectifier means that A. The device will turn on when the anode current exceeds this value. B. The device will turn off when the anode current falls below this value. C. The device may be damaged if the anode current exceeds this value. Or D. The rate amount must be equal or exceed this value to turn the device on. The specified value of holding current for an SCR means that A. The device will turn on when the anode current exceeds this value. B. The device will turn off when the anode current falls below this value. C. The device may be damaged if the anode current exceeds this value. Or D. The rate amount must be equal or exceed this value to turn the device on. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. So the correct answer is B. The device will turn off when the anode current falls below this value. The schools who got it correctly are Lupang and UL. UL. Question number 4. Mathematics problem solving worth 15 points. A triangular trough is 10 feet long, 3 feet wide at the top, and 2 feet deep. If water flows in at the rate of 8 cubic feet per minute, how fast is the surface rising when the water in the trough is 1 foot deep? A triangular trough is 10 feet long, 3 feet wide at the top and 2 feet deep. If water flows in at the rate of 8 cubic feet per minute, how fast is the surface rising when the water in the trough is 1 foot deep? 3 minutes, go. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is 8/15 feet per minute. So, the schools who got it correctly are CDD and I'm sorry, UL only. The unit should be feet per minute. Only UL got the correct answer. At least 2 decimal places. Yes, ma'am. 8/15 is equivalent to 0.53. Yes, ma'am. Question number 5. EST objective type worth 5 points. A luminous discharge that occurs between the two conductors of a transmission line when the difference of potential between them exceeds the breakdown voltage of the dielectric insulator. A luminous discharge that occurs between the two conductors of a transmission line when the difference of potential between them exceeds the breakdown voltage of the dielectric insulator. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is corona. So nobody got the correct answer. Question number 6. Under JS objective type. What is the cross product between the electric field and magnetic field vectors? What is the cross product between the electric field and magnetic field vectors? 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is pointing vector. So again, nobody got the correct answer. For our second to the last question, electronics engineering problem solving worth 15 points. The MOSFET in a certain single-stage common source amplifier has a range of forward transconductance values from 2.5 millisiemens to 7.5 millisiemens. If the amplifier is capacitively coupled to a variable load that ranges from 4 kiloohms to 10 kiloohms, and the DC drain resistance is 1 kiloohm, determine the maximum voltage gain. The MOSFET in a certain single-stage common source amplifier has a range of forward transconductance values from 2.5 millisiemens to 7.5 millisiemens. If the amplifier is capacitively coupled to a variable load that ranges from 4 kiloohms to 10 kiloohms, and the DC drain resistance is 1 kiloohm, determine the maximum voltage gain. 3 minutes, go. Two minutes. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. So time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is 6.82. So nobody got the correct answer. So CDD got it correctly. For our final question, objective type mathematics. It is a fundamental statement in the number theory which asserts that there are infinitely many prime numbers. It is a fundamental statement in the number theory which asserts that there are infinitely many prime numbers. 10 seconds, go. Time's up. Please raise your answers. The correct answer is Euclid's theorem. Nobody got it correctly. So that concludes the difficult round. So recap sa mga scores for the difficult round. PhilCST 5, LNU 0, PUNP 0, Upang 10, UCU 5, CDD 20, UL 20, and VMUF 0. So the final scores, PhilCST 65, LNU 50, PUNP 20, Upang 90, UCU 20, CDD 100, UL 30, and VMUF 30. So, thank you very much. So, congratulations to the winners. rank 1 and rank 2 will represent the Lupang chapter in the annual Electronics Engineering Interscholastic Quiz Show. So, congratulations to CDD and Lupang.
Check sound check. Announcement lang po, mamaya na pong hapon yung awarding of prizes for our quiz show. So congratulations po sa mga nanalo. And at this point in time, we will now award the token and certificate of appreciation to the Board of Judges and the Quiz Master, administered by the Lupang SC officer. So may I ask the IECEP Lupang and IECEP Lupang SC to please come in front to award their certificates. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to for being the quiz master in second IECEP Lupang Electronics Engineering Quiz Show given this 27th day, August 26 at UCU Amphitheater, Orata Building 2, Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. And this certificate of appreciation is awarded to none other than Engineer Kevin S. Guzman. Pahingi po ng music naman dyan, maestro. Okay. Music, please. Yan. Picture. Okay. Next up, this certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Ronald R. Ison for being one of the judges in the second IECEP Lupang Electronics Engineering Quiz Show given this 27th day of August 2016 at UCU Amphitheater, Orata Building 2, Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Yan. Picture, isa pa. Yan. Next up, this certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Nathaniel Campos for being one of the judges in the second IECEP Lupang Electronics Engineering Quiz Show given this 27th day of August 2016 at UCU Amphitheater, Orata Building 2, Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Let's give them a big hand, please. Smile. And lastly, this certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Federico F. Kakam Jr. for being one of the judges in the second IECEP Lupang Electronics Engineering Quiz Show given this 27th day of August 2016 at UCU Amphitheater, Orata Building 2, Urdaneta City, Pangasinan. Let's give them a big hand, please. There you have it, folks, our board judges and quizmaster for this quiz show. And right now, we will now proceed to our lunch break. And we would like to acknowledge student participants from Lyceum, Northern Luzon. Give yourself a round of applause. And right now, we will proceed to our lunch break. So please be back at 1 p.m. And announcement, all watchers, please get your meal stubs here for you will have your free lunches. Watchers only lang po, yung nag-watch dito. Okay? So, please. Watchers lang po, watchers. Watcher. Dito lang, watcher dito. So, please be back at 1 p.m. Okay, so after you eat, please come back as soon as you can. Our program will resume in the afternoon after lunch. Thank you. Again, watchers, please get your meal stubs here at the front stage. Okay lang po. Pahina lang daw po ng music ng konti. Tapos palakasan dun sa laptop. Again, roll call. All watchers, please get your free meal stubs here at the front of the stage. Except Phil CST kasi nakuha na nila. Please, music sa jack. Palakasan po. Sound sa jack.
Contest and giving out innovation awards. But you know, what tends to happen is that the ideas just stop there. They just remain ideas, concepts, prototypes. But with idea-based picture, there is now an opportunity to bring these ideas, these concepts, these prototypes.
This video is brought to you by one of our sponsors for this event, Smart Techno Lab.
That these young people can report about. That's really cool.
Congratulations to our champions for this year's quiz show.
Ano bang kailangan nila? So, yun. Kasi yung itong idea na ito, actually, galing ko sa best friend ko. Siya nagsabi na, gusto mo, pag nasa pila ako, i-text na lang, para hindi na ako maghihintay doon. So, rin-post ko yun sa team namin.
Pabawasan na lang po ng echo.
Namin, it enables them to actually leave the premises, tapos they can do whatever they want. Kumbaga kung nasa mall sila, they could do some groceries, or they could do some errands, or they could meet with a friend in a nearby coffee shop. So it's giving them more control of how they spend their waiting time. And come the time kung malapit na yung transaction number nila, they would receive a text message informing them na malapit na yung turn nila. So they could go back. Although we were focused on researching kung paano i-implement yung design, yung project, we also had fun. I think that's the most important thing naman, diba? Overnights. We spend lots of times together. Well, of course, it's the start of our initial focus is in the Philippines. But given that the problem we're trying to solve also exists in other countries, we're actually hoping maybe 5 years or 10 years down the road, we'll be able to get there.
Nangyari kasi yun nung nagpunta kami sa isang massage spa. Yung sa massage spa na yun, yung mga nagmamasahe is mga blind people. May babaeng nakaupo dun sa sulok. So nakita namin, nakaganon siya sa phone niya. Tapos nung ino-observe namin, nalaman namin na may message pala siya na na-receive. Pinapakinggan niya yung message na yun. 4 to 5 times niyang inulit-ulit bago niya maintindihan yung buong message. So nung from doon, parang nagkatinginan kami tatlo. Tapos sabi namin, wala bang phone na for them lang?
Kasi eksakto, design project din namin. Naghahanap din kami ng idea para doon. Hindi lang yung nakapapasa kami sa design namin sa subject, kundi in the future, parang makakatulong pa kami. Yung device po namin, at first, naka-initial po siya sa pag-detect ng obstacles. And then, kung gusto po ng user na mag-text, ito lang pong button na ito yung pipindutin. Yan. Tapos, pag narinig na po yung sounds na yon, pwede na po siyang kunyari. As you can see, kung nakikita, umaangat po yung mga braille character.
Binago niya po talaga hindi lang po yung buhay namin, pati yung buhay rin po nung magagamitan, yung pagka na-develop na po itong.
Yun po, pangarap po namin syempre na ma-produce siya, tas makita yung mga blind na meron na silang sarili phone na para sa kanila lang.
Parang ngayon po, we're living the dream na kasi
parang dati normal ka, tas ngayon, pag nalaman nila, sweet winner ka pala. Wow, ganun mo naman.
Yung Pasagoods was a donation platform where donors and mga charity organizers, like mga organizations, it's a place where they could meet. Yung theme nun was disaster preparedness. 2010, we launched a beta version, diba? Nakamagkano nga tayo nun? Around 10,000 pesos for the different organizations. So, we were able to give it to them.
We are just using the existing Pasagoods platform and we're porting it into a more, sabihin natin, sustainable market, which are big events, races, fun runs, triathlon events.
Nagsisimula pa lang kami, hindi namin alam kung paano namin i-approach yung mga supposedly investors.
So yung one goal namin is actually to deploy successfully, tapos gusto namin masabi na kami yung gumawa nito, proud to be Pinoy, na may Pinoy group na or company na nakapag-launch ng ganito, na kaya mag-cater to the Filipinos.
We want to be a game changer.
Malaki yung impact ng sweep kasi napamahal na nga siya sa amin actually.
Yeah.
Hanggang ngayon, kami naman ni Daniel yung nagme-mentor sa current sweep. So
we believe in the idea of sweep, kung ano yung gusto niyang ma-achieve. It's not just about a competition, but it's about readying the students in becoming entrepreneurs.
Parang kami na-instill na din sa sarili namin na ano yung magagawa namin for our fellow Filipinos. So kaya malaki impact talaga ng sweep.